Are you sick of a living room that feels crowded and outdated? Imagine a space that breathes simplicity and style, a modern minimalist haven that reflects who you are. Today, we're diving into a complete transformation of a 2025 modern minimalist themed living room. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have ideas that can change the way you live in your own home. Let's jump right in. In this video, I'm breaking down a fresh approach to designing a living room that's all about clean lines, uncluttered spaces, and clever details. We're talking about a room that isn't just a place to sit around, it's a retreat from the everyday chaos. I'm going to show you what makes this design work, the challenges that come with minimalism, and the little touches that take a simple space and make it extraordinary. The problem most of us face is the battle between comfort and clutter. Many of us end up with living rooms that try to do too much, overstuffed with furniture, too many colours, and endless knickknacks. It doesn't have to be that way. The idea behind a modern minimalist design is to remove the excess so that each piece in your room has a purpose and tells a story. But getting there is easier said than done. Today, I'm going to walk you through that journey step by step. First up, let's talk about what modern minimalism means for a living room in 2025. It's not just about having fewer items, it's about thoughtful design. Think about a space where every piece, from the sofa to the lighting, feels intentional. The color palette is simple, mostly neutral shades with occasional bold accents that add personality without overwhelming the eye. You'll see that modern minimalist design isn't cold or boring. It's warm, inviting, and surprisingly full of life when done right. Now, the challenge many people face is starting from scratch. You might be used to a busy, colourful space, and the thought of stripping it down can seem daunting. The first hurdle is letting go of what no longer serves you. This means clearing out old furniture, trinkets, and anything that doesn't spark joy or add meaning. It might feel like a loss at first, but trust me, that emptiness is exactly what you need to highlight the new, clean design you're building. Once you've made the tough decision to declutter, the next step is to reimagine your space. Think about your living room as a blank canvas. This is where you decide on a layout that maximizes the open space and flows naturally from one area to another. In a modern minimalist living room, the furniture isn't arranged haphazardly. Every piece is placed with intention. For example, a sleek sofa might be centered in the room, with a single, carefully chosen coffee table that complements the style and offers functionality. Lighting is another huge factor. Natural light plays a big role in making a space feel open and airy. So if you have large windows, make the most of them. But if your room lacks natural light, you can easily add smart lighting solutions that mimic daylight. Think of warm LED strips hidden behind crown molding, or a statement floor lamp that not only lights up the room, but also acts as a piece of art. Good lighting highlights the clean lines of your minimalist furniture and creates a cozy atmosphere that invites you to relax. The materials you choose also matter. In a modern minimalist living room, the focus is on natural textures. You might see wood, metal, and glass working together in harmony. For instance, a reclaimed wood coffee table, paired with a metal-framed sofa, creates a contrast that feels both modern and grounded. The beauty here is in the details: a carefully chosen vase on a shelf, a single piece of abstract art on the wall, or a small potted plant that brings life without cluttering the space. Every item has a story and a reason for being. Now let's dive deeper into the exploration of how to actually create this look. Start by considering the layout of your living room. You want to create a space that flows. Avoid barriers like bulky furniture that block off sections of your room. Instead, opt for pieces that are both functional and light in appearance. A sectional sofa with a low back, for instance, can define the seating area without overpowering the room. Pair this with a streamlined media console and a minimal coffee table, and you have a space that feels balanced and intentional. common pitfall is over-accessorizing. It might seem natural to add a bunch of decorative items, but remember, in a minimalist design, less is more. Choose one or two statement pieces that catch the eye. For example, you might select an oversized piece of abstract art that becomes the focal point of your room. Or perhaps a unique floor lamp with a sculptural design that draws the eye upward. By keeping accessories to a minimum, you allow each piece to breathe and make a statement on its own. Texture is your friend in a minimalist space. A room full of flat, uniform surfaces can feel sterile, so mix in a few textures to add depth. Consider a plush rug under your seating area, a soft throw draped over the sofa, or even a textured wall treatment in one corner. These elements break up the monotony and add warmth without disrupting the overall minimalist vibe. The trick is to be deliberate. Choose one texture to highlight a specific area, rather than scattering too many different materials around the room. Furniture selection is key. In a 2025 modern minimalist living room, every piece should serve a purpose. That means multifunctional items that offer both style and practicality. Think about a coffee table with hidden storage, a sofa that doubles as a guest bed, or side tables that can also be used for extra storage. These clever solutions not only save space, but also add to the sleek, uncluttered look. When you invest in furniture that works double duty, you're making a statement that simplicity can be smart and efficient. Another important aspect is the use of colour. Modern minimalist design doesn't mean sticking to just white. A palette of soft greys, warm beiges and clean whites can form the base, while strategic pops of colour add interest. You might incorporate a deep blue accent chair or a vibrant piece of artwork that injects energy into the room. The goal is to create contrast without overwhelming the senses. Keep it simple and let the colours speak for themselves. At this point, you might be wondering how to deal with the practicalities of everyday living. A minimalist living room should be comfortable enough for daily use, not just a picture-perfect showroom. This means choosing furniture that is not only stylish, but also comfortable. Soft seating with plenty of cushions, a sturdy yet elegant coffee table, and ambient lighting that makes the room feel inviting at any time of day. It's about finding the sweet spot between aesthetics and practicality. Now, let's get to the key moment, the climax of this transformation process. Picture this. You've cleared out the clutter, chosen your layout, picked out every piece of furniture with care, and added just the right amount of accessories. As you step back, you see a living room that looks open, airy, and incredibly inviting. This is the moment when you realize that modern minimalism isn't about stripping away all warmth. It's about creating a space that is both simple and deeply personal. That breakthrough is what makes the entire effort worthwhile. At this stage, it's important to pay attention to the final touches. These details are what elevate your living room from being just minimalist to being a true reflection of your style. Maybe it's the way the light hits the art on the wall just right in the morning, or the cozy feel of the rug underfoot during a rainy day. It could be the way the smart lighting system adjusts to create a relaxed mood for movie nights, or how the storage solutions hide away everyday clutter effortlessly. These small details tie everything together, making the room feel complete and ready for you to enjoy every day. Throughout this process, you might face moments of doubt. It's easy to worry that a minimalist design might feel empty or cold, but here's the truth. Minimalism, when done right, is all about balance. It's a careful dance between open space and thoughtful design elements. When you remove the unnecessary, you allow the things that truly matter to shine. That's the beauty of modern minimalist design. It strips away the excess to reveal a space that's both beautiful and functional. As you continue refining your design, don't be afraid to experiment. Modern design is about innovation, and sometimes that means trying something new. Swap out a piece of art here, or rearrange the furniture until you find a layout that feels just right. It might take a few tries, but every adjustment brings you closer to a room that not only looks great, but also feels perfectly tailored to your needs. And remember, this is your space. What matters most is that it makes you feel good every time you walk through the door. Now let's talk about creating a living room that works not just for style, but for everyday life. One of the biggest challenges is keeping the space tidy over the long run. With a minimalist design, even a small amount of clutter can stand out. This is where smart storage solutions come in. Invest in furniture that offers hidden compartments or sleek shelving units that blend into the design. This way, you can keep the essentials close at hand without sacrificing the clean look you've worked so hard to achieve. Another tip is to keep a regular routine of tidying up. A minimalist space thrives on order, so setting aside a few minutes each day to put things back in their place can make a huge difference. Over time, this habit not only helps maintain the aesthetic, but also reinforces the calm, uncluttered vibe of your living room. It might seem like a small effort, but it's a big part of making modern minimalism work in real life. As you refine your space, it's also important to think about how the room will be used. If your living room is a gathering spot for family and friends, consider seating arrangements that promote conversation and connection. Instead of a rigid, symmetrical layout, go for a design that encourages flow and interaction. Maybe that means a couple of cozy armchairs paired with a low-profile sofa, arranged around a central coffee table that invites everyone to sit and relax. The aim is to create a space that is welcoming, flexible, and full of life, even while keeping a minimalist approach. The journey to achieving a perfect modern minimalist living room is as much about mindset as it is about design. It's about learning to appreciate simplicity and finding beauty in clean lines and open spaces. Each decision you make, from the color of the walls to the style of the furniture, reflects a commitment to a simpler, more intentional way of living. This approach isn't just about following a trend, it's about creating a home that feels true to you. Let's bring it all together with a quick recap. We started by looking at the need for a living room that isn't bogged down by clutter. We talked about how modern minimalist design is not about stripping everything away, but about focusing on what truly matters. From choosing the right layout and lighting to selecting furniture that's both functional and stylish, every step is part of a larger process that creates a calm, inviting space. And the key moment is when you see it all come together, a room that feels open, personal, and designed for real life. At its core, modern minimalism is a journey. There will be moments when you question whether you've removed too much, or if the space feels too bare. But with careful planning and a clear vision, you can achieve a balance that feels both modern and comfortable. The small details, the perfect piece of art, the soft glow of the lights, the hidden storage solutions are what turn a simple room into a living, breathing space that makes every day better. As you work on your own living room, remember that this isn't about perfection. It's about creating a space that makes you feel relaxed and inspired. The beauty of a modern minimalist design lies in its simplicity and its ability to let your personality shine through without the distractions of excess clutter. Take your time, experiment with different layouts, and trust your instincts. After all, your home is a reflection of who you are, and every detail should contribute to that story. Now, if you're feeling inspired to start your own transformation, here are a few final tips to keep in mind. First, always start with a clear vision. Spend some time planning what you want your living room to feel like and how you want it to function. Write down your ideas, make a mood board if you need to, and don't be afraid to dream big. Next, be ruthless about clutter. It might be hard at first to let go of items that hold sentimental value, but if they don't serve your new vision, it's time to say goodbye. Finally, keep things flexible. Your living room doesn't have to be set in stone. As your tastes change and your needs evolve, adjust the space accordingly. The key is to create a foundation that feels timeless, but that can also grow with you. The modern minimalist living room of 2025 is more than just a design style, it's a lifestyle choice. It represents a shift towards simplicity, functionality, and thoughtful living. By focusing on clean lines, natural materials, and a balanced colour palette, you're not just redecorating a room, you're creating a space that encourages calm and creativity. Whether you're spending a quiet evening at home or hosting friends for a casual get-together, your living room can be a place that offers both beauty and comfort. Remember, this journey is personal. What works for one person might not work for another, so use these ideas as a starting point and then make them your own. Think about the little details that make you smile, a soft cushion here, a unique piece of art there, and incorporate them in a way that feels natural. Every element in your living room should have a purpose and a place. And when you get that right, the room transforms from just another space into a true sanctuary. To wrap this up, picture yourself in a living room that's both modern and minimalist. A space that feels open, calming, and full of personality. A room that isn't bogged down by clutter or outdated decor, but that instead invites you to relax and enjoy every moment. This is the vision for the 2025 modern minimalist living room, and it's completely within your reach. Every decision, every small change builds towards a space that tells your story and improves your everyday life.